Hello and welcome to lesson number 6 of this WordPress tutorial series. Today we will transfer our site from localhost to a proper hosting. For that purpose, I am using Bluehost as the hosting. Now we will start the process of transferring. But before that, if you have not yet subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get the tutorials in time. Now to start the transferring process, basically we do the transfer of the site once everything is complete, but I have decided to teach you this transfer mechanism because our site is the basics of the site is almost complete. Now we will add some advanced features to our site, but before that I was thinking about telling you the process of the transfer so that you get familiar with the environment, but we will do the proper transfer as the whole site is complete. To start the transfer process, we will come to the installation folder on localhost. As I told you, the installation folder is the drive, then the WAMP folder, www folder, and in that folder we have our site, and the name of the site is first project. We will come to the first project, and this is the most important folder that contains all the files of our site. Everything everything else is the files used by the WordPress, but this is the file that we are basically using for our website. Now first of all, we will right click on WP contents folder and then go for add to archive. We have to actually create the zip of this WP content folder. Now click on zip and OK. The zip of WP content folder is created. Now we will go for the second thing, which is the database. To transfer the database, we will have to first take a backup of the database. To take the backup, we will come to the localhost. You can come to the localhost by clicking on this green W and come to click on this localhost, or you can directly go to PHP MyAdmin. PHP MyAdmin is the portion where the database exists for this website. Now we can click on PHP MyAdmin. It showed me this dialog box. This is the login dialog box. As I have told you in the first lesson that sometimes it asks for the username. So the username, the default username of PHP MyAdmin is root and without any password. So we'll click on go and it will show us the PHP MyAdmin. Now as you can see here on the left side, this is the database that we developed in the first lesson. Now we'll click on this database. Now from here we will click on export. In the format, as you can see, SQL is already selected. There are different formats available, but we'll go for SQL and then we'll click go. As we will click go, it will start downloading the database on the system. Now as you can see, our database is downloaded. Now we'll go for we'll start the transfer process. We'll pick this database from this downloads folder and place it somewhere safe, and then afterwards we will start doing the upload of this website. Now here we have placed the database and the WP content folder in a folder, and which we will use for the transfer of the website. Now we will go on Bluehost, where we have arranged the hosting for the website. Now as you buy the hosting of the website, the hosting provider sends you an email with the configuration information of your hosting. Now this email contains many information, but the information that is required for us to transfer is the cPanel information. and you can use that information to log into the cPanel and do different steps, or you can do different modifications or uploads to the site to the hosting. Now, other things available in the email is the FTP information and the name server information. These are slightly advanced topics that we will discuss later on as a part of the course, but for now we just have to remember that we have the cPanel login information in the email, and in Bluehost scenario, in the information that is given to you is this login information, and from here we will go to the site cPanel, and from there we will start uploading the site. We will click on this login and the login page will load. Now here is our login page. In this page the Bluehost provides us with the domain name and the password, that is the credentials for logging into the hosting. Now I will give the provided information, the domain name and the password in these fields, and then I will click on login to log in into the backend. Okay, after clicking the login, I came to this page. Now from this page I can click on advanced, and here our cPanel is loaded. Now we can scroll down, and the simplest way of installing the site here is to actually go for this one, soft close app installer. Here we will select the WordPress. We'll install the complete WordPress first on the hosting. Here is the WordPress installation page of this hosting. Now we will scroll down and go for the username and password of the WordPress. Now here we have the username and the password that is set for this new WordPress. Now we'll click on the install button and it will start installing WordPress for us. It is installing WordPress for us. Now the WordPress is installed on this hosting. Now purpose of installing the WordPress on the hosting is that while we have installed WordPress on the local host, we had to make the database, and we have to actually unzip the WordPress folder, and then we had to create the link between the database and the WordPress folder. Now we are skipping all those steps while transferring the site onto the hosting, and everything will be done by the hosting itself. It will upload a fresh WordPress on the site and make a database and create a link between the database and the WordPress files, and we will then take over the site from that point and transfer our files onto the system. Now this Bluehost has created a site for us. Now we will go for upload of our files and database onto this already installed WordPress. Now to do that, we will click on this CP icon on the top. Now it has brought us back to this cPanel. Now we'll go for file manager. The file manager is the place where all the WordPress files are installed. Here in the file manager, we will click on this public_html. Almost all the hostings have similar environment, so all the hostings has this public_html folder, But if you can't find this folder, there is another folder which is, sometimes it's www or sometimes it is I forgot the name, but most of the time the folder in which the files exist is this public_html. So I will open this folder. Now here is the files that it has installed for us. Now we will actually remove this wp content folder of the original installation and replace it with our wp content folder. So I am removing this now. Now we are going to upload our files here at this point. So I click on upload, this upload, and this is opening this dialog box for us. Now I'll click on select file to upload, and we'll go to the folder where I have kept the database and the wp content.zip as I can show you. This is the backup. Now here we have the wp content and the data user database. Now we will pick up this wp content.zip and open it, and it will start the upload process. As you can see, the process of upload is complete. We can see this here. If I reload, I can see this zip file is uploaded. Now I will right click and extract this file, and it will make a wp content folder for us here. And one part of the upload is complete here. Now we will go for the database upload. Now for the database, we will come back to the cPanel and go for php myadmin. This is the php myadmin of the Bluehost. Here the php myadmin is loaded. Now we will click on this on the left side. Here is the database that Bluehost has made for the newly installed database that we have initially installed on this Bluehost. Now I'll click on this database, and it will show me the database tables. Here are the database tables. Now what we will do is we will remove all these tables and upload our tables of the site. To remove these tables, we have to click on and check all, and from this drop down we will select drop, and from here we will say yes. Now all the tables of the Bluehost WordPress installation is removed. Now I am going to import my database. Click on import. This will brought us here. From here we will click on browse and go for the folder where we have kept this database, our WordPress database. Now click open, and I'll click on go. The upload process of our database is started now. Now our database is completely uploaded. Now the next step is a very important step that you need to remember always after transferring the site, that as you upload the database, the URLs of the database of the website are actually not according to the domain name that for which you have made the site. So to change those addresses, for example, the address of the website is localhost/first project, but as you will complete the site, you will have to transfer it to some other name, for example abc.com or something. So for that you need to actually change these localhost addresses to the domain names where you want to transfer the site. So to do that, you will click on, first of all I came to this WP options table, and here I will click on this edit to change these. Now here I can give the URL for which I have made the site, for example abc.com or something, whatever. Here I will change it and click on go, this go button. I have to change it for this this home as well, so I will click on edit and change this to the domain name for which the site is made, for example the same one, abc.com, for example. Now changing it here, and I will click go, and this will be saved. Okay, now the addresses are changed. Now we are back in the PHP My Admin. Now the next thing we need to do is, for the previous database that Bluehost has originally installed for us, this prefix is basically the words that are coming before the names of the tables. So the table name is links and the prefix is wp underscore. So for our database, the prefix is wp underscore. Okay, now we will have to change this these prefixes, and these prefixes are basically the prefixes are available in this file manager area. We'll come in the file manager and we will click on this wp config file. So the prefix is given here, so we'll go for wp config and we'll click on edit. Click on edit. Okay, here is our wp config file. We'll come down and we can see the prefix for the original Bluehost site was wppl. Now I will change this to wp underscore and I'll save the changes. Now everything for the site is done. We will go for the first time to load the site, so I'll paste the URL and click enter. Now here is our site which is loading from the domain. Now next thing is, one thing that I can suggest is, as we have changed this logo, if I go right click and inspect, I can see the address of the image will not be okay, because that address is directly given in header.php, and the address is, if I can tell you, the address is localhost. It is still localhost, but because our localhost is running right now, so it is still showing us the image. But actually, as we will close the we will stop the localhost, this logo will stop showing. So to make it continue working, we have to change this link of the image of the logo. To do that, now because we are in the file manager, we can directly do it. We will go wp content, go for themes, and go for 2012, and we had given this logo in header.php, so we'll right click on header.php and click edit. Edit. Here we will, this is the link given for the logo, so we will change this link to, this is the start of PHP tag. We can write blog info, and within these brackets we can URL. Actually we had to do it on the localhost, but we can do it right now as well. Now this is the function that actually picks up the root domain of the website. Now in this scenario, it will pick up the name of the domain and paste it here, and the logo URL will be changed. If we would have done it on the localhost, that would be very good, but if we haven't done it on localhost, we can do it here now, but later I will do it in the localhost as well to keep my site consistent. Now the site is ready, and we can see now the site is loading, and the logo address the URL must be changed by now as well. Now I'll click on this services link, and I'll see, okay, the services page is there, about us page is there, everything is transferred and working properly. Okay, so that is how we can transfer a website from localhost to any hosting. If you like the content, please press like button so that I can get confidence or a sort of encouragement to create new videos for you. Thank you. Bye for now.